Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you 20 best twisted movies like Gone Girl. So this is exactly what you've been looking for. Make sure to hit the like button and let's get started. The first place on my list is taken by Nocturnal Animals. This movie tells us a story about a wealthy gallery owner who is haunted by her ex-husband's new novel, which she interprets as a symbolic uh, interpretation of her life. IMDb score 7.5. The second movie on my list is The Invisible Guest. This movie tells us a story about a wealthy businessman who wakes up in a hotel room with a dead body of his girlfriend next to him, and now he hires a prestigious advocate in order to find out what really happened that night and make sure that he will not go to jail. IMDb score 8.1. The next movie I want to show you today is The Next 3 Days. This movie tells us a story about a girl whose life dramatically changes when she becomes accused for the crime she did not commit. And now her husband decides to take everything in his own hands and rescue her. IMDb score 7.3. The fourth place on my list of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl is taken by Changeling. After a son of a woman goes missing, she tells the police about this accident, and 5 months later they find a children that matches her description, but she insists that he isn't her son. IMDb score 7.7. Movie number 5 is Mirage. A space-time conundrum allows a woman to save a boy who died 25 years ago, but after changing this past, she also finds that she lost her own daughter and must figure out how to fix it. IMDb score 7.4. Movie number 6 is Seven. This movie tells us a story about two detectives. One is a rookie and the second one is a veteran who is about to retire, and together they try to hunt the serial killer who uses 7 deadly sins as the main motive for his murders. IMDb score 8.6. The seventh place on my list of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl is taken by The Girl on the Train. This movie tells us a story about a woman who is divorced and who also idealizes the couple that lives near her, but after wife of this couple goes missing, Rachel becomes in the center of the investigation. IMDb score 6.5. The next movie I want to share with you today is Zodiac. This movie tells us a story about an infamous serial killer who was terrifying the whole city of San Francisco in 1960s and 1970s. And what makes this movie perfect is that he wasn't just killing those people one by one, he was also making his jokes and mind games with police by sending them different cryptic messages, ciphers, menacing calls, and he also was playing with journalists and typical people. And this movie focuses on how all of these people, especially investigators and reporters, were obsessed with finding out his identity. IMDb score 7.7. Movie number 9 is Memento. A man with a short-term memory loss tries to track down his wife's murderer. IMDb score 8.4. The 10th place on my list of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl is taken by Shutter Island. In 1954, a US Marshal investigates the disappearance of a murderer who escaped from a hospital for the criminally insane. IMDb score 8.2. Movie number 11 is Prisoners. This movie tells us a story about two missing girls who are being searched for by the police, but it doesn't bring any results. So a father of one of the girls decides to take this job into his own hands and tries to figure it out. And as closer he gets to his goal, he also puts his own life in danger. IMDb score 8.1. Movie number 12 is A Simple Favor. This movie tells us a story about a woman who has her own parenting vlog, and he befriends with another rich woman whose daughter is studying at the same school as her own. And after this rich girl goes missing, another woman who has her own parenting vlog decides take it in her own hands and find her. IMDb score 6.8. The next movie I want to share with you today is Dark Places. Here, a woman who is at the center of the story was only 8 years old when her family was brutally killed in the farmhouse, and after 30 years later, she finally decides to take a closer look on this crime, and she finds even more threatening clues. IMDb score 6.2. Movie number 14 is Before I Go to Sleep. A woman wakes up every day remembering nothing as a result of a traumatic accident, but her life changes when she finds out the new truth. IMDb score 6.4. The 15th place on my list of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl is taken by The Loft. This movie tells us a story about 5 married guys who secretly share a penthouse loft in the city where they conduct hidden affairs. But this fantasy ends when they discover the body of a dead woman in it. IMDb score 6.3. Movie number 16 is Tell No One. Alexander was a prime suspect in the murder of his wife 8 years ago, but now, as 2 new bodies were found, even Alexander becomes convinced that his wife is alive. IMDb score 7.5. The next movie I want to share with you today is Side Effects. This movie tells us a story who has psychological problems that always haunt her, and so she goes to the psychiatrist and he prescribes her medicine, but everything goes wrong when this medicine starts having side effects, and even the career of this doctor is threatened after the body of the husband of that woman is found dead. IMDb score 7.1. The 18th place on my list of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl is taken by The Hidden Face. A woman becomes trapped in the panic room of her house while trying to spy on her husband. IMDb score 7.4. The next movie I want to share with you today is Fracture. Ted is arrested for the attempted murder of his wife, and now a successful advocate gets assigned to this case in order to send this guy to the jail. And at the beginning he finds it a simple case, but soon he finds out that Ted is actually a really tough opponent. IMDb score 7.2. And the last but not least best twisted movie like Gone Girl is Gone Baby Gone. This movie tells us a story about 2 Boston area detectives who investigate the kidnapping of a young girl, and soon it turns into a crisis both professionally and personally. IMDb score 7.6. And that's all of the best twisted movies like Gone Girl I wanted to share with you today. If you enjoyed watching my video and it brought some value to you, make sure to hit the like button and let me know in the comment section below which movie have you chosen to watch. Also, if you know any other great twisted movies like Gone Girl that I haven't mentioned on this list, don't forget to leave your contribution in the comments section as well, because this way you will make my video even more useful by bringing out not just 20 but even more amazing movies like Gone Girl. So don't forget to leave your contribution in the comments section below. Lastly, if you always get bored and don't know what to watch next, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I release new videos almost every single day and you will never get bored and will never ask yourself question what to watch next. So don't forget to subscribe and have a great day. Goodbye.